Good morning, this is Dr. Moein. Today we're doing inguinal hernia repair. For those of you who don't know what inguinal hernia is, inguinal hernia is basically a defect in the floor of the pelvis. And you can see in this area, this gentleman has a defect, a hole in a lower part of his pelvis just above his testicle that allows his intestine to get into this area. And when that happens, that can cause a lot of pain, discomfort, and internally you can see how this hole is displayed. What we're going to do is we're going to remove this covering that encompasses this area and then put a mesh and fix it. This tiny little covering is very important because it actually protects, when I place the mesh into this cavity in the floor of the pelvis, it will protect the mesh from the bowel and allows me to place the mesh in this area without creating any kind of adhesions. And now this structure over here is very important, right down here. So we're going to dissect everything down. So we have completed the dissection of the floor of the pelvis. Now you can see the structures that are really important in providing blood supply to the testicle. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a mesh in this whole general area and cover it, and then bring this nice structure, which is called the peritoneum, on top of it and close this area so the mesh will be covered by the peritoneum. Now we have completed the last portion of the operation, which is we have dissected all the structures. You can take a look over here and you can see that this is the defect, large defect where the bowel and the sac was penetrating this area and going towards the scrotum down that way. And this is important structures that provide blood supply to the scrotum and testicles. And now we're going to place the mesh in this general area to cover this defect, and then we're going to use the peritoneal coverage, which is over here, and cover the defect that we have created.